Hey, BJ, very basic Bible. Gonna do a basic Bible study topic where we go to a random Bible verse, find a word, a passage, a phrase, concept or idea, name of somebody, something else, and then we just do a short, quick study. Share screen. There we go. Okay, guys, First Chronicle 19. We did that Bible study topic. Yeah, we did that topic a ways back. Let's choose a book. How about Lamentations? We'll hit up chapter 2. Be prepared to for Lamentations chapter 2. Just it might be a little strange to some of you. Okay. Catholic public domain, but why not? Yeah, here we go. Aleph. That's a Hebrew letter. Beth, Gimel, Dallas. I was unaware that. I mean, look over here in the Legacy Study Bible. They got Aleph in the subheading. There's no Aleph here. Or here. There's no. I don't. It doesn't say Aleph. And let's go over here. Lamentations 2. I was unaware. I think now that I see that, I'm like, maybe I recall. Lamentations. Lamentations. There we go. I'm like, I think I was aware that it was Aleph and this and that. And look, the NET has in the subheading Aleph. Bet. They even got oops. Let me put that. They even got the Hebrew letter there. I assume that that's because the Hebrew letter starts each of like this verse, which in the Hebrew wouldn't be a verse. It wouldn't be like verse 1. It wouldn't be Lamentations chapter 2 verse 1. It wouldn't be that in Hebrew. In the original Hebrew, it was just a poem. It was just a poem. So probably did something to make it a little different. Each little stanza or refrain, may whoever wrote it in Hebrew way back when probably maybe made little marks on the page. Maybe they spaced it a little bit to show here's a stanza, there's a second stanza, there's a third stanza, and each of them start with the first that starts with Aleph, the second with Bet, the third with Gimel. We'll go all the way down. Let's see. Dalet, he, he, Vav, Zayin. I've heard of some of these. Vav, I've heard of. Ket, Kehet, Kit, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Nun, Joshua son of Nun, N-U-N, maybe. Samek, Samek. That looks like something from Lord of the Rings. Saruman, Samiad. If you don't know what a Samiad is, yeah, look that up. P-E, Pe, P, A-N, Super Saint, Tasada, 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 Tasada. It sounds Spanish or something. I don't know. Sade, Quaff, Resh, Sin, or S-H-I-N, Shin, Sign, Shine, Shin, and Tav. I say and because then I want to read chapter 3. Chapter 3, Aleph, Bet. Oh, look, chapter 3, though. 3 verses 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gimel, 1, 2, 3. Dalet, or how are you pronouncing? 1, 2, 3. He, 1, 2, 3. Vav, 1, 2, 3. Just to see all the letters again, I'm gonna go through all of it. Zayin, 1, 2, 3. Ket, 1, 2, 3. Tet, 1, 2. Wait. Ket, 1, 2, 3. Tet, 1, 2, 3. Yod, 1, 2, 3. Kaf, 1, 2, 3. Lamed, 1, 2, 3. Mem, 2, 3. What was the next one? Noon or none? 1, 2, 3. Semic, 1, 2, 3. Pe, 1, 2, 3. Ayan, 1, 2, 3. Am I starting to get to the bottom? Yeah, yeah. Sade, Sade, Zaid, Sod, Sod, 1, 2, 3. Cough, quaff, quoof, quoof, 1, 2, 3. Resh, 1, 2, 3. Sin or Shin, 1, 2, 3. Tav, 1, 2, 3. I think that's last. Wonder where chapter 4. Limitations. Let's see chapter. Oops. Okay, so the Catholic has it actually as part of the verse. But Catholics, they do that. Sometimes they put stuff, and it's like official. If it's an official Catholic Bible, it's more official. Not necessarily scripture, but it's more official. That's probably why they put it in a verse. Let's see. Chapter 2. Out of 3, Lamentations 3. It's kind of fun, huh? I wasn't expecting this at all. I was going to read some of the crazy stuff in Lamentations where he's weeping about how God destroyed everything and messed it all up. But we got Aleph, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Beth, Beth instead of Bet. So they put Bet before each little. Remember again, they didn't unroll us, the Hebrews didn't unroll a scroll and go Bet verses 4 through 6. Bet. No, that's probably not what it looked like. It might not have been any markings to separate it. Scholars, like modern day scholars, might have just through much study, through a ton of study, figured out, wait, I see like a pattern here. We got an aleph, then down here a bet, and then down here a gimel, and those, and yeah, you can see that's where the thought begins and ends. Oh wait, you can see that there's a certain amount of syllables in the Hebrew, maybe the Hebrew has certain syllables. Of course, ancient Hebrews, they might have put punctuation marks, not punctuation, I'm sorry, um little dots for vowels, little dots for vowels, because there's no vowels, it's all consonants, and you just kind of say the vowels however, which means the words could be completely different. But sometime in Hebrew history, Jewish history, they came and they put little dots to show this vowel. You make this vowel sound here, and you make this other vowel sound here, and you make this other. They put little dots between the words, the not between the bet, the aleph, bet, and gimel, but between the Hebrew word between each letter. Sorry if I'm confusing you. There could be Jewish tradition. Jewish tradition could say this is what this has been. So you get a scroll from a long time ago. Then you get a newer scroll that maybe has a mark. Then you get a newer scroll between the aleph, the bet, the gimel. Then you have a newer scroll that maybe emphasizes the aleph at the beginning of the refrain. The bet. Then you get a newer scroll that has, and as you get newer scrolls, they start. Well, today, what do we have? We have it on a computer. You start getting more technologized, maybe more. They start making it more clear. So scholars, they or Jewish people, they're like, no, this is the way it's always been. Let's see, Lamentations 5, I think Lamentations 5 is a little different. Okay, just cancel. Okay, but we're in 4. We're gonna go back and look at 1. Let's see, Aleph, Bet, Aleph. They got the whole verse, the whole refrain in one verse. They got the whole refrain, the whole stanza in one verse. Bet, the whole stanza in one verse. Gimel, Dalet, He. Let's look at Lamentations chapter 1. Yeah, Vav, you see, He, one verse there. Aleph, one verse. Bet, one verse. Gimel, one verse. Okay, so far, chapter 1, 2, and 4 have one verse per refrain. Chapter 3, for some reason, has 3 verses per refrain. This, or stanza. This whole thing's a stanza, right? Stanza, refrain, refrain from doing that. That's not what I mean, obviously. All right. And go over here. Go look at chapter. one just to see. Go. The Net Bible, the CSB has it. The Net Bible, Aleph. Oh, the CSB did have it. Now it doesn't. Hmm. Aleph, Bet, Gimel. Just to give you a little bit of a taste, unless you've been reading while I've been, oops, my face is way over there. Unless you've been reading while I've been talking about the Hebrew letters and the Hebrew poetry, kind of. Is it poetry? Just a, a way of organizing. I think they'd call it poetry. But in case while I've been talking about that other stuff, you might have been reading the actual verses. But in case you haven't, okay, we'll read one or two. We'll read two verses. Alas, the city once full of people now sits all alone. The prominent lady among the nations has become a widow. The princess who once ruled the provinces has become a forced laborer. Once full of people, now alone. Prominent, now a widow. The princess who ruled, now a laborer. That's no good. She whips bitterly at night. Tears stream down her cheeks. She has no one to comfort her among all, no one to comfort her among all her lovers. All her friends have betrayed her. They have become her enemies. Judah has departed into exile under affliction and harsh oppression. She lives among the nations. She has found no resting place. All who pursued her overtook her in narrow straits. All who pursued her, they overtook her. The army, the bad guys, the thieves and the robbers and the people coming to hurt them, they pursued her. They overtook her. Yeah, that's what all Lamentations is that way. There's like one verse that talks about his mercies are new every morning. You'll see it on little cards. It'll say Lamentations. No, I think it's 3. I think it's chapter 3. I might be wrong, but now if I recall though, chapter 5 of Lamentations. So chapter 3 is a little different in the English. Chapter 3, they like look right here. How solitary sits people. She who among the nations like a widow, once a princess among the provinces. That could have been 3 verses. Chapter 3, they actually separate it into 3 verses each. Like this has 22 verses. Chapter 3, let's see, has 66, 22, 22, 22. That's 66. Look at chapter 5, 22 verses, 22. Okay. I think I recall chapter 5 being different. Might be wrong. So chapter 1, you got 3 right here. She weeps bitterly in the night with tears in her cheek. Among all her lovers, she has no one to comfort her. All her friends have become treacherously, they have become her enemies. So you got 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see chapter 4. Let's see if we got 3, 3, 3. But in one verse, whereas chapter 3 has 3 and 3 separate verses. Let's see. How the gold has grown dim, how the pure gold has changed. The sacred stones lie scattered at the head of every street. It doesn't seem like 3, does it? The precious children of Zion, worth their weight in gold. How they are reckoned as earthen pots, the work of a potter's hand. It seems like 2 and 2. Precious children of Zion, worth their weight in gold. How they reckon as earthen pots, the work of a potter's hand. Even the jackals offer the breast and nurse their young, but my people have become cruel like the ostriches in the wilderness. Maybe that's 2 and 2. The tongue of the infant sticks to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The children beg for food, but no one gives them anything. 1 and Those who feasted on delicacies perish in the streets. Those who were brought up in purple cling to ash heaps. Oops, streets heaps, that was. I don't know, are they trying to make it rhyme? For the chastisement of my people has been greater than the punishment of Sodom, which was overthrown in a moment, though no hand was laid on. You could see there's kind of a poetic. I mean, this is in the English, of course. In the Greek, would it be that way? I'm the Greek, the Hebrew. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it'd be that way in the Hebrew. I have an alarm going to go off because in a few minutes, about 10 minutes, I'm doing a Bible study with a friend. So I got an alarm going, no, leave, All right. Okay, let's go look at chapter 5. O Lord, reflect what has happened to us. Consider and look at our disgrace. Our inheritance is turned over to strangers. Foreigners now occupy our homes. We have become fatherless orphans. Our mothers have become widows. We must pay money for our own water. We must buy our own wood at a steep price. We are pursued. They are breathing down our necks. We are weary and have no rest. We have submitted to Egypt and Assyria in order to buy food to eat. That one's a little, it seems like it's two and two, two and two, two and two, until this one. We have submitted to Egypt and Assyria in order to buy food to eat. But that's all one sentence. Like here, there's a, right there, there's a, yeah, there's a colon right there, semicolon. Here's a semicolon, semicolon. I mean, maybe just to show to like here, there's the NET, they keep the semicolon, but you can look at the NASB, got a comma, the ESV got a comma. Let's see, comma, by here, some, the NET is probably trying to keep it let's say, hey, this is Hebrew poetry. This isn't a poetic form. We think of poetry. We could even think of Dr. Seuss, green eggs and ham, Sam I am, you know, quote the raven nevermore. And it's got to rhyme. It's got to go together. It's got to sing. It's got, there's a dot da dot da da, a dot da dot da da. Poetry has those things. Hebrew poetry, whenever they read it in the original language, I hear scholars read it. It doesn't really sound that way. It is structured a certain way, you can tell. And our punctuation, like I said, they didn't have punctuation in Hebrew, the original Hebrew, but our punctuation helps us see it. Our verses help us see the poetry. So the scholars have done their best to take what they saw, and Jewish people to take what they have learned through traditions, what's been passed down to them. They take that and they bring, I said scholars. Oh, and the Jewish people. Some Jewish people are scholars, obviously. Scholars, whatever ethnicity and religion, and Jewish people, traditional Jews. They've taken what they've learned, whether through scholarship and study and or tradition, and they've put it together for us here to try and in verses and with punctuation and everything to try and show us that it's poetry. Yeah. We're gonna go look at now. This one you see doesn't have the Aleph, Bet, Gimel, but it does have 22 verses. Oh, look, Jeremiah. Okay. I thought maybe it was. What is NET? There's no notes, right? Display text, chapters, text. And then let's say CSB, maybe. So we don't run out of time. I'm gonna go. Watch this. Psalm 119. And go. Oh, wait, Psalm 119. Now, by the time we go back to this tab, you see me looking at the tab. Now I'm looking at my face tab. There's a camera. Nope, still there. My computer is very slow. It's like a piece of junk. All right, look at this. Every single version has a subheading: Aleph, 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 Ulef. I usually hear Aleph. Whoa, okay, right here. I just saw, what was that? The NIV had a, oh, it's the NABRE. The Psalm, the longest by far in the Psalter, Psalter. Yeah. The Psalter is all the Psalms put together. Why do they call it that? I don't know. That's just what somebody called it. Anyway, I'm sure there's a good reason. Psalm, Psalter. I guess like a song, and then if you put all the songs together, you have an album. Why not call it a songator? Put all the songs together for a songator. It's all the songs. Anyway. Okay, wait. The psalmist and the law, then there's in the precept, human. That's true. 22 stanzas of 8 verses each, right here. 22 stanzas of 8 verses each are in order of the Hebrew alphabet. Ooh, no, what happened? Each verse contains one word for instruction. The translation here given attempts to translate each Hebrew word for instruction with the same English words. There are, however, 9 words for instruction, not 8. So the principle of a different word for in each verse cannot be maintained with perfect consistency. The 9, okay. Oh, the 9 words for instruction: law, statute, commandment, precept, testimony, word, judgment, way, and promise. I don't know what 9 and 8 have to do with anything. Oh, 8 plus, well, I mean, 22. 8 goes into 22. 8 goes into 9 goes into 20. No, I don't know. I don't know. Well, you can see Aleph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 verses. Now remember, the Hebrews, they didn't chop it up like this. Okay. Eventually, they started doing this, but our oldest manuscripts generally, I say this, and this is a general thing. It's like everybody knows. When you learn a little bit about this, everybody figures out, oh, our oldest manuscripts aren't like new ones. They're a bunch of Hebrew or Greek words smushed together, no punctuation, no markings. What if this is a little different? Like, obviously, I'm not a scholar in this area. I think it is, though. I think it is. I think it's all the letters and words just smushed together. Okay. Best. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's commandments. 3. There's 4, your promise, statutes, judge. That's why it's not perfect consistency. There are 9 Hebrew words for instruction, but each one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, you need a 9th stanza to get the 9th verse. To get the 9th word, the 9th Hebrew word for instruction. Oh well. Gimel, Daleth. There's 8. 8 divided by 8 times 4 is 32. He, Wa or Vav. Yeah. Zan. Heth. I might have skipped on accident. Teth. Here we go. Your word, your commandments, your promise. Okay. Your statutes. You can see how it's trying to stay together. It's structure. That's why I call it poetry, because it's got a structure. I think did we miss one? I don't know. Yod. Kaf. Now it's got a K. The other one had a Q. Lamed. Mem. Noon. Semic. Uh-oh. There it is. Ayan. It's hard to see because it's so light, the color. Peh. Sadhe. Oh, look, this one. Tisadhe. And this is Sadhe with an H there. I think that's a quaff. Oh, there was cough and now here's quaff. Whoa, look at that. Resh. Shin or sin. That means I need to go and open a Zoom meeting so me and my friend can have a Bible study. Ta or tav, because the tav, yeah, because there's a vav, the V and the W interchangeable. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, cool. I guess 22 times 8, 176, because there's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, 8 stanzas each. 22 times 8. 8, 8, 16, 176. I did it in my head. I'm a smart feller. Well, guys, time to leave and go see my friend for Bible study. We'll see you in the next very basic Bible.